Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I am Joanna Adams, one of the Open Research team based in the library, and today I'm going to tell you how you can retain the key rights to your research articles when you publish. So, open research just means making your research openly available for anyone with an internet connection to find and making it open under a license that allows reuse and sharing under certain conditions. The internet has changed the way that researchers work. Previously, we would have relied on print journals, but now research can be shared rapidly online, and we can also share the underlying research data with software and code to process it. Open licenses set out standard terms of reuse for all research outputs, including articles and data, software, etc. And sharing research openly really increases the impact and engagement of the research. The more people that see it, the more use it is going to get. And that benefits society on a global scale. So it's really important that we make our research open access. Unfortunately, the academic publishing hasn't really adapted in the way that we would like it. So what happens when you publish your research article? When you write an article, you automatically own the copyright to that work. But when you publish in a subscription-based journal, the publisher will typically ask you to hand over your rights to an article. So you'll give them exclusive rights to the research, but you'll get certain rights handed back to you. Now, this means that the publisher can reuse the work however they like, including selling back to the library who pays to subscribe to the journal. Meanwhile, you, the author, must request permission from the publisher to use your own work. So you can't make your research open in a repository until after an embargo, which could be up to 24 months after publication. You can't share it on social networks. You can't translate it into a different language. Can't reuse your figures. Can't make it open for your own students to read. But there are things that you can do. There is a way to rebalance the distribution of power, and that is rights retention. So rights retention enables you to retain key rights to your research article, and you'll be able to share the peer-reviewed, unformatted, accepted manuscripts. You can deposit that in your institutional repository, which is Pure in Ora here at Aberdeen. You can make it open under a license that sets out how you want it to be reused. We recommend the CC BY Creative Commons license, which allows the work to be shared, reused, adapted, as long as credit is given to the creator. If you don't want to share your work for commercial purposes, you can use the NC license, or if you want to share it, but you don't want it to be changed, you can use the ND, no derivatives license. But the CC BY is the most liberal license and is the license that is mandated by funders. So rights retention is meant to support the author. It means that you can publish where you want to, but in a more equitable and sustainable manner, and it will, as well as making your research open access and getting all the benefits from that, it will ensure that you're compliant with funder and ref open access requirements. And all you have to do is when you submit an article for publication, include the rights retention statement in your submission. You can include it in the acknowledgement section, and if you write a covering letter. And all you need to do is say, for the purpose of open access, the author has applied, insert the license of your choice to any author accepted manuscript version arising. And that makes clear to the publisher at the time you submit that you will be making your accepted manuscript open access under an open license. And we recommend that you apply that to all of your submissions, whether you think it will be made open access under another route. And that means that you're covered if you're not accepted in your first choice of publication, your article goes somewhere else. You've got that statement in and you've ensured that the publisher knows that you will be keeping the rights to your accepted manuscript. That's really easy. That's all you have to do. And then don't forget to deposit the accepted manuscript in Pure and Aura. And for that, you just need to send a copy of the accepted manuscripts to Paper Accepted, and our team will upload to Pure on your behalf. They typically won't make it open until first online publication, unless the publisher has a self-archiving policy that allows you to make it open earlier than that. So in support of this, funders have had open access policies for a while, but the university implemented the new research publications policy in May this year. It has a rights retention element in it, and we contacted the top publishers from the university to let them know about the rights retention. And really, it is designed to support you keep more rights over your own work, be able to publish wherever you want to, while making sure that you're complying with funder and ref open access requirements. It is optional, although we recommend it. If for some reason you really can't make your publication open access, you can opt out of the publications policy. There is a link on our web pages where you can fill in a form. And you're not asking for permission, but you're just letting us know that you will be opting out. Don't make your article open. And if you tell us why, and that helps us understand where there might be problems. Now, as I said, funder and ref have open access policies as well. If you are funded by, for example, UKI, Wellcome, Horizon, you will have a requirement to make your research open access immediately on publication under the CC BY or another open license. This rights retention, again, it just supports you in doing that. There are other routes to open access, but sometimes funds for open access are limited. We have block grants. You might write in open access funding in your research grants for other funders, but that money is limited. It's not always available. You can't always afford to pay for open access, or maybe you don't have funding. So that's when the rights retention comes in. It means that you can, simply by including this statement in your submission, make your research open access. We do have other routes to open access as well. So rights retention is not the only thing that you can do. It is meant to as another option for you. We also have open access publisher agreements. We have got around 20 agreements now at the institution, with all of the major publishers like Elsevier, Springer, Wiley. They are given more opportunity for open access as University of Aberdeen corresponding authors can publish open access under an open license in participating titles. But be aware that it may not include all journals, and not all of them include fully open access titles. But even if you are submitting to a journal that you think might be covered by the agreement, we still recommend that you use the rights retention just to make sure that you're covered in all eventualities. So when you choose a journal to publish in, the first thing we would do is check if there is a suitable title covered by the publisher open access agreements. If there's not, and you don't have an option to pay to publish, take the green route and deposit the accepted manuscript in the institutional repository. So include your rights retention statement. As I said, there are some other options. You might find diamond open access journals which don't charge an article processing charge. You might have money to pay. Make sure that whatever route you take, you are complying with your funder and ref requirements. There are some tools available for you to check if you want to check if a journal matches your funder open access policy, or if you just want to check if a journal is open access or is it covered by an agreement. They're the Sherpa services and the journal checker tool. We would just advise caution when you're using them, because often the information from the publisher or agreements can change quite quickly and they're not always completely up to date. But you can also email the Open Research email if you have got any questions, and our team will be able to help you. There is also a checklist tool called Think, Check, Submit, and that is just a list of questions that you can evaluate a journal against. Helps you make sure that you are choosing a trusted publication. So don't forget to add your research to Pure, even if it is open access through another route. It is a good idea to include everything in Pure because it keeps all your research profile together, makes it, publicly available. All your information is in one place, increases the visibility, and hopefully increases your citations. So whenever you have a paper accepted for publication, just email the paper accepted, send them a copy of the unformatted, peer-reviewed, accepted manuscripts and a copy of the acceptance confirmation from the publisher. And our team will add it to Pure for you, taking into account rights retention, anything else that needs to be applied. And then the accepted manuscript will be made open in ORA on publication. And as I said, do this for all of your papers, even if they're gold open access. If you want to add information to Pure yourself, you're quite welcome to do that. You just need to log in with your university user ID and password. We do get a lot of articles added to Pure, so if you do add information yourself, or just drop an email to the paper accepted, we will go through, check all the information's there and validate the output. So just to sum up, it's really important that you make your research open access. The more open it is, the more engagement and impact it will have. Make sure that you publish under an open license that sets out how you want your research to be reused. So use the Creative Commons CC BY license. Don't forget to apply the rights retention statement to make sure that you can make your research open access immediately on publication. And then don't forget about the other resources that we have, like the open access agreements. Remember to update Pure, and if you have any questions at all, please just get in touch with us at openresearch@abdn.ac.uk.